In truth, you are of a nature that is beginningless and endless, being, consciousness, bliss, Satchidananda. Therefore, in order to realize the Supreme Brahman, or the highest truth, Sri Bhagavan has given the instruction to deeply inquire within yourself, who am I? The answer to this question, who am I, is always your very existence. Your very existence is the answer to the question. And the knowledge of that existence is inherent in it. Indeed, the knowledge, which is the knowledge of the self, is present already in the inquiry itself. Discerning the distinction between the body and the self, so that you no longer ignorantly superimpose the attributes of the body upon the self. Such discernment is not a bodily activity. Who so discerns? Who knows? Similarly, to distinguish between the consciousness that you are and thought is not a mental activity. Who knows? Who discerns? Who can discriminate? The discriminative knowledge is inherent in you. Yet who are you? The inquiry that reveals self-knowledge is always a matter of making your vision non-objective. You cannot be an object. Discerning between the knower and the known, what is objective, cannot belong to what is objective, or the known. For the known has no knowing capacity. Who is the knower? It is only by removing all that is objective, negating all the attributes of the known from the knower, that he is truly known or realized in his real nature. In the Vedanta, we are instructed to inquire so as to discriminate between the real and the unreal, the eternal and the transient. But that discrimination does not belong to the transient, and it obviously cannot belong to the unreal, for the unreal can know nothing. What then do you consider yourself to be? Put the question to yourself deeply. Who am I? Do not expect an answer to come to you, for what comes goes and won't actually be you. And in self-knowledge, being is knowing. Your own existence is the answer. Not the idea of existence, and certainly not the word existence. but what your very being is, the consciousness itself, and no mere idea, that is the answer. You can be said to then be in search of yourself. But as the Maharshi has pointed out, are there two selves, one to know the other? Similarly, can there be two selves, one ignorant of the other? Your existence is invariably one and undivided. What is that one existence? The Chandogya Upanishad declares Tattvamasi, that you are, meaning that the self is Brahman. What is that self? Ceasing to misidentify with all that is changeful, objective, born and perishing. What remains? Bliss is of the very nature of being, and you experience its perfect fullness as soon as you realize what your being is. Then who is to realize? If there are not two selves, who realizes what? Undivided, unchanging, never modified, unborn, indestructible existence. It is never other than what it is. It does not wake, it does not dream, it does not sleep. No attribute describes it. Making your vision non-objective, inquire deeply, profoundly, as to who am I? The power of this inquiry lies in yourself, and you yourself are its answer. So answer that one question, who am I? And there is knowledge, self-knowledge, Brahman's knowledge of itself.